your opinion, what makes a good fried chicken? Like, what is the key to good fried chicken, in your opinion?
So I think number one is the quality of the actual bird, right? So 99% of chickens, I'm telling you right now, many people don't know this, but like literally 99, I wouldn't say 99, maybe 90% of chickens, you know what their main kind of food that they eat is?
Corn?
Wheat, grass.
I mean, a lot of people think it's grass, right?
Yeah.
But or like something like that, but it's actually chicken. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, what?
Wait. I
You know-
thought that was a meme.
No, it's 100% fact.
Like-
I went to a lot of chicken farms, and what they do is they have these like protein pellet kind of looking things. What that is, it's grounded up chicken bones, chicken, like things like that.
I thought you meant like they were eating each other.
Not that, but seriously, they would like make this out of like like chicken bones, and like they'll mix like corn and stuff like that into it.
Like
and then
literally,
they'll do
they're
that.
eating chicken nuggets.
Pretty much. So like, chicken nowadays, like you cannot eat if it's below a certain temperature, like which is 165, then you should not eat it, right? That you'll get something called salmonella. You pretty sure you guys heard of that. But back in the day, chickens, people used to eat it medium rare. I mean, some places in Japan they still do it, but it really depends on how you raise the chicken, like how much quality it is. But in America, no chance. You gotta eat it. You gotta cook it to 165. You gotta have it cooked all the way through, and just so you don't avoid being sick, right?
I hear there are some places that where you still get chicken like that, where you can eat it like medium rare and stuff like that.
There are some places, yeah. There are some places.
My mind is blown because that was like a meme. Not a meme. I seen it in like a cartoon or something like that. Like he said they had like a chicken fights, and he's like, "How do you make your chicken so good?" You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. He goes, "I feed them chickens." He goes, "What?" He goes, "I feed them chickens. It makes them extra angry."
It's great. The chicken industry is like super, super shady. I'm telling you right now. Because like literally now, if I try to go, because back in the day, I would go to these chicken farms, and I had an in, right? So I knew a guy who worked at these chicken farms. So he would let me go to these chicken farms, actually see what they do there, how it's like the process is done and things. But I mean, if you guys were to go to any chicken farm, they would either call the cops, they would do something like kick you out instantly because they don't want to show you anything. 99% of chicken farms are owned by 3 companies. 3 huge companies that just do the most like kind of crazy things.
Was it Purdue, Tyson's, and what else?
I think it's called Pilgrim.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I could be wrong about that, but I think it's Pilgrim. Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
So number one you said is quality of the chicken. What
100%.
else? What else makes a good
All
fried
right, so
chicken?
number 2 is the dredge. You have to have your dredge right. So like how you so you want to create a really crispy crust, not crunchy. For me personally, I don't like crunchy chickens. I like crispy chickens. I want the outside to be thin. I want it to be like glass, when you bite into it. It's got to be juicy, right? So what you have to understand is when you're cooking chicken, you want to cook it to about 160 because the carryover will take it to the 165, like perfect. Right. And so super juicy. You want it to be super crispy and super flavorful. So create your own spice blends and season inside the bird and also season your flour. Those are like super, super important to do. Yeah.
When you say season the bird, are you talking about like brining it?
Yeah, brining or marinating. Yeah.
Marinating with
a lot
the
of people
brine.
do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I know that a lot of people say, do you prefer dry brining or just regular brine? Because I know some people say dry brine.
It depends. For me personally, if it's a bone-in chicken, I like to dry brine it.
Okay.
If it's a boneless chicken without any skin, I like the wet brine.
Buttermilk?
Buttermilk is great. Yeah, buttermilk is. I think buttermilk is probably one of the best. Either that or maybe yogurt.
Wait, yogurt? Like any type of yogurt?
Just plain yogurt, no flavor. You don't want to add any like vanilla flavor or anything like that.
Flavor fried chicken.
Yeah.
I'm imagining, yo, man, this tastes like ice cream, low key.
There are people who brine their chicken and like some of the craziest things. Like there's a guy who brines it in peach, or I think it's peach tea or like sweet tea or something like that. And there are people who brine it in lemonade.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they make it super sweet, just like literally like lemonade that you would drink, and then just brine the chicken in that.
You tried it?
No, I haven't tried it, but
Sounds kind of odd for me. For me at least. For me.
yeah.
Okay, so when you talk about the dredge and stuff like that, there's a lot of different. I actually like looked into this. I was like, well, I want to make fried chicken for some time. Not like as a restaurant. They just trying to. Do you do the? I know there's a whole bunch of different methods. There's like one where you take the chicken out, you powder first layer of what is it? Rice, not a rice, sorry, flour. Then you maybe it's like a wet, and then it's dry, like dry, wet, dry,
Mhm.
or is there just like regular wet, dry? What's the secret?
You could do both methods actually work. It really depends because you want the wet, you want you want eggs in there, so you want it to latch on, right? Because
Correct.
if you were to like have just water or something, and you were just do like water, flour, the skin will just come off
Correct.
instantly, right?
Yeah.
So I personally like to flour the chicken first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a dry piece of chicken. You want to flour it first because what that does, it allows you to hold some of that egg when you like put in that liquid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you flour it again. And if you want to make it extra crispy, then you do it one more time. Back in the egg mixture, back into the flour, and then fry.
Okay, because I'm asking you because me and my brother, our parents we're Chinese, and my parents had a carry-out restaurant when I was a kid, and our number one product at my restaurant was fried chicken.
Yep.
Like, it was crazy.
Really?
My parents sold so much, like by far. It's a Chinese restaurant, but
Yeah,
we sold more fried chicken than anything on the menu, and like almost double.
it's like rice and mumbo sauce too, or
Yeah, but mumbo sauce it's gotten recently more popularized. So now there's more like staple recipes. But back in like 20 years ago, it was like one of those like if you know type of things. But so I remember the reason why I bring that up because my dad he told me that true or false. You tell me. He said the key to a good fried chicken, like I guess dredge, is put a little cornstarch in there or potato starch. He said if you do just straight flour, it's not going to be as good if you put a little bit of starch in there.
yeah, I mean I guess that could be true. America, like I feel like a lot of like Asians, we do go a little bit heavier on the starchers.
Yes.
But like classic American fried chicken, they'll just use something called AP flour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or all-purpose flour, which is a 50% mixture of bread flour and 50% mixture of cake flour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said that because when I asked my dad about it, he was like, if you use just flour, it'll be brittle and you don't get that uniform coverage on the skin. But if you put a little bit of cornstarch in there, it gives you the better uniform, crispier skin.
100%. And cornstarch doesn't burn as easy because regular flour will, you could burn it like pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
So that protein in there, the gluten in there. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Learning all this stuff about fried chicken.
Because I remember when I was a kid, my dad, like I said, he used to take me to restaurants to work there, and one of my things I had to do when I was a kid was he would put me in the back, and all I did was just batter chicken for hours and just make trays and trays of just back there dredging it and flouring it and just like coating it
Yeah.
right from the fry it.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Wait, I have a question. So earlier you said your parents owned a Italian restaurant.
Yep.
And there's an Italian fried chicken. Technically, it's like a cutlet, right? Is
Yeah.
Is that what it is? A cutlet? Did you have to do? Is that where your love of fried chicken originated? You just like snuck a couple bites while you were cooking it.
You're talking about like the chicken parm stuff?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, they did that, but I mean, I took nothing from that. I wasn't super. You know how it's made? It's like chicken breasts, and then what they do is like they put a piece of plastic, and they kind of use a mallet to like make it really thin, and then they'll bread it in like breadcrumbs or like Italian seasoning and stuff like that, and then they'll fry it, right? But I mean, I feel like it's great for sandwiches or like the chicken parm or like with pasta and stuff, but for like a fry, for me, like I wanted to do something else, right? I mean, I like it; it's delicious, but yeah.
That's how I thought because Jesse would be like, yeah, that's where my love of fried chicken began. I used to sneak. General Tso's chicken is like another thing that people get, and I always tell people that General Tso's chicken it's just boneless wings. That's basically what it is. He's like, I would just sneak up, I would walk by
More
and
than that,
I would steal them.
I'd be secretly eating wings all the time in the back.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's why I got up to. That's why I got as big as I got.
Really?
Too much fried chicken.
Dang.
Got to the point where basically my mom was like, "No more fried chicken for you." She wouldn't let me eat chicken, and that's why I like it so much.
Dang. My
But-
mom's the opposite. She wants me to get fat. I don't know why. She's always like, you got to eat more. You always eat. And then,
But don't you think that's an Asian thing though? That's an Asian thing though. That your parents always want you to eat more.
yeah. I mean,
What's a weird balance? It's like
Yeah.
the moment you're in like a little too skinny, like your face gets a little less rounded, like you need to eat some more.
uh-huh.
And then once you get a little too rounded, like They don't say you need to lose some weight. They say you're fat. Like they use the harshest terminology. Like you just need to lose some weight right now, and it's a difference of like 3-5 pounds. I swear.
Yeah, 100%.
It just shows you that they love you, man.